I'm gonna be talking about some psychology because you guys need to understand that there is psychology behind this and not just technical stuff. And I'm just showing you the screen just because I just got finished up recording the trade recap of this today. But understand that whenever you do something, there's a reason behind you're doing that. Okay? And I want you to think deeply about that because like today, I took this trade and there was a reason why I took this trade, right? Or else I wouldn't have entered. I wouldn't have known, right? So when it comes to psychology, right, you are doing all these things that line up in order for you to, you know, be better at this, right? So another thing you guys need to understand is that your brain is a muscle, right? So your brain needs to be trained to do certain things in order for it to become natural, right? And in order to become good at something, you kind of need to also have a good life. And what I mean by that, I mean it's like, um, how to explain this? So take your life serious and do things out of your outside of just what you're working on to become better. And that may be like a walk or going swimming or going on a run, bike, whatever, right? Something productive that can keep you away from just doing, like for me, trading, right? I need to do something that just will keep me away from trading a certain hours, okay? You can't always be there, right? You're just frying your brain, okay? And like just create a good environment around yourself, right? Have a routine every day and just build some structure out of that, okay? So just think about that, collect yourself, and prioritize your mental and physical health, okay? That is the most important things you could ever do. And a good thing you can even do is literally journal what you do on a day to day, right? How you feel, what you did. Did you get mad today, or right? Anything, right? And with that, you're just building good habits, and these things sort of become natural. And what I mean by it becomes natural, I just mean that like how you brush your teeth every day, okay? You know that when you brush your teeth, it is a good thing to do. It keeps your teeth healthy and clean, right? So it becomes natural for you to wake up, eat breakfast, right? Brush your teeth, right? Dinner time, eat dinner, come down, brush your teeth, or go upstairs, brush your teeth, right? These are natural things that you do, right? So whenever you kind of like me, I am doing a trading journey, right? So I have a set of rules that I need to follow, right, for this model, right? And if I don't follow these rules, then I'm not going to succeed, right? Let's say this model is a 70% uh, chance of win rate, right? That means that when I follow all the steps and I take 10 trades, right? My model will win 70 or sorry, 7 times out of those 10 trades. That means that I have a 70% win rate. So those other 3 times, right? It kind of is like I lost, sure, but at the same time, I followed what I was supposed to do, right? And these are my rules. Just like a day to day, you're not always going to have a good day, and that is okay. You're not always going to win. Nothing is 100% in this world. You are never going to be 100% of everything, right? So understand that you need to follow a set of rules, right? We live in this world, and unfortunately, this world has rules they need to follow, right? And just please focus on what works for you, not anybody else, okay? That is another thing that people need to understand, that you you are born in this world to be the best version of yourself, right? So you have to sort of figure out what is best for you, and you have to find these things, right? So like I said, you build a routine so you build a routine that helps you out, right? Whether it's going on a walk, going to the gym, going swimming, right? Doing something that helps you out outside of work is a win, okay? So if I trade, and like today I took this trade, right? I took a win, right? I made money, right? I went outside and I went on a walk. I called my friend and I had a talk with him. These are the good things that you should be doing instead of taking this trade, right? You win and then going straight to bed, laying down and rotting. Dude, you are not getting ahead, right? You're building a win system, right, in training, but you're not actually building a system to become better in general, right? And this is what you should be doing. Um and yeah, like another thing that I could say, if you're just watching this and you're learning, please start now, right? And a good reason why you should start now is because, bro, the years go by so quick, especially when you're always busy, right? And imagine right now, you're 19 years old, 20 years old, and you're just working or you're in school, right? So you take this risk to learn a skill that will benefit you, okay? This skill will make you 10, 20, 30,000 dollars a month, but it's just the time that you have to spend, right? If you take some time to spend, right, and everything goes wrong, you are only losing those times. And what I mean by that is because the next day, I say this shit is fucked on Sunday, right? I quit. I fucking hate trading, right? Market is closed, right? So maybe it would have been Friday. And I say, okay, fuck this. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna go back to fucking work, dude. I'm not profitable, right? All these things, you gotta understand that taking a risk now instead of at 30 years old, 40 years old, when you have kids and you have an actual life, right? You gotta take care of your kids, you gotta provide for your family. You're not gonna have time. Right now, you have the time because you're only busy with either work, right? You have nothing to do, you're living at your parents' house, or maybe, you know what, you aren't at your parents' house, right? You should still take this risk, right? And these are just the things that you should honestly just be looking at. Because if you don't sit down and say, I need to log in, and you, or just say, I need to log in, I'm going to log in, right? And you say all these things and then you never do it, look how bad you are looking towards yourself. You're lying to yourself, and at the end, you're just hurting yourself. Okay? And please, another good thing to know, like this is just advice from me, is to work like whenever you're beginning to do something, please just don't be that guy who is like, I'm making $10,000 a month. I'm gonna be getting a fucking Lambo, a Bugatti, whatever. Because now you're putting pressure on yourself, right? Because you told your dad, your mom, whoever, I'm gonna be making $1 million by the end of this year, whatever. You are putting stress on yourself. Now you have to do that, okay? Because you just told everybody you are going to. Now you have to prove all these people wrong. So please, if you didn't understand this video, please watch it again, okay? And thank you so much.